In the last episode of this series, we went over the dreadful beginner artifact deck. Today, we will be doing something a little more fun. We will be doing merfolks. Now, if you're no interest in playing merfolk, then this deck only gives you access to 2 good cards really. It gives you a Hinterland Harbor, and it gives you 1 copy of the Jadelight Ranger, which is just amazing really. But outside of that, you don't really get anything that you can really use in other decks. Now, if you want to improve this merfolk deck, then I suggest getting 4 Mistcloak Herald. This card is amazing. And I will also recommend including at least 2 copies of Dive Down. When it comes to creatures already in the deck, I would suggest getting 4 copies of the Speaker, 4 copies of the Adept, 4 copies of the Deeproot Elite. This one is really important. It is pretty much the biggest engine in the deck on turn 2. And finally, I would go for 2 to 3 copies of the Tyrant. Now, speaking of cards that you would take out from this deck, it would be the Herald, the Oracle, Sleep, probably take away the Spurge as well, and I would probably take out the River Sneak as well. And finally, you do want a playset of Hinterland Harbor. I would also recommend removing all 4 copies of the Woodland Stream, like immediately. The merfolk deck is a tempo deck, and it really cannot afford to have lands enter tapped. Alright, but that's pretty much everything about the merfolk. It is not the tier 1 deck. Even if you include like all the good cards, it will never be a tier 1 deck at the moment. The real tier 1 decks would eat it alive. They have too many spot removals, too many board wipes, and eventually they're just gonna out-tempo you and you will be left with nothing really. Yes, you could try to include some draw spells, but if you're playing against a control deck and expecting to resolve a draw spell, then you're sadly mistaken. Anyway, let's go and jump into some gameplay, and I'll catch you next time. This is Project signing out. Enjoy the clips. Alright, let's look at this hand. Adept, Bearer, Elite, Pioneer. This is a hand of dreams. Minus the fact that I can't play the Bearer on turn 1. Well, I can, but it will just be a 1-1. Alright, let's go. What is the plan? Turn 2, Adept, showcase the Bearer. Turn 3, Deeproot together with Bearer. Turn 4, Pioneer. Let's see what he's using. Maybe vampires? I don't know. Alright, Forest, Adept. Let's reveal the Sneak actually instead. And we drew a Weaver, that's nice. Alright, let's see if it's a vampire or if it's some kind of a lifelink. I mean, it could always be knights, but it looks like a starter deck. Ooh, this is really bad for him. This is why people hate merfolk so much. Elite, Bearer. Elite targets the Elite and Elite targets. I'm trying to think. If that is Vampire, then he has the 1 spell or 1 spot removal. Let's do it like this. Okay. Alright, let's see what he does now. Oh yeah, it's vampires. Okay, he only did... well, that happened. Okay. I mean, I don't feel so good. This is everything wrong with merfolks in one game. I don't even need to play another game of merfolks. I'm so sorry, my dude. I feel terrible about doing this to you. And he's also mana screwed, so yeah. Well, that just happened. Well, so far we mainly faced new players, but if you actually were a true beginner, this is the deck you would play anyways. It's not like I'm clubbing with a Teferi deck. To be fair, Teferi deck could never meet these players, so there's always that. This hand is not very good. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be nice to him. So holding a hand like that is kinda iffy. I prefer not to do it, but in this case, whatever. Let's summon the Mistbinder. I want to see how he reacts to it. He's playing green-white, so I doubt he can deal with it on this turn. Oh. Well, that happened. Let's attack with a Mistbinder first. Yeah, he knows I want to do something. Alright. Take 2. I'll do play it now. And the better play is just to do the Tyrant. And give him the option to remove the Tyrant instead. Which would be a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1. Alright, there's Seal away. Taking the Binder. Let's see, I wonder... He has 2 open, he could have a Bolt. He's actually playing triple color. I'm surprised. I'm trying to think what he could play more. Alright, let's bring in the Jade Bearer. Now I actually need to think for a moment. Could he have a second seal away? If he has a second seal away and I attack, I pretty much throw in a game right there. However, if he has Ixion's Bindings, or any kind of, or Conclaves, then not attacking would also be a mistake. However, he will not attack with his 2-2 when I have the Tyrant on the field. I think actually passing is the best option right here. Trying to build up till we get 5 merfolks and can start using the Tyrant ultimate. Or not ultimate, his ability. Alright, Heroic Reinforcement. That is actually fine, and now he's tapped out as well. Let's see what he wants to do. He doesn't actually want to attack. Interesting. Sadly, I wish that I had another Hinterland Harbor. Let's see, tap 1, becomes unblockable, tap 2, no, tap 3, draw a card, and tap 5, +1/+1. I will pass the turn, sadly. I really needed that island to be untapped. Now this turn is pretty much dead for me unless I can use the... Okay, that's fine. Unless I can use the... what is it even called? River Herald Boon. Oh look, that's a frog. Hello, frog. Well, he doesn't seem to be any rush, so... I assume we can draw this out until I get 5 merfolks. Then this could be a quite close game. Next turn, probably bring down the Oracle, then bring in the Tempest Caller just to reach 4 creatures, and then hope I can do... Nevermind. YOLO. Well, there goes my plan. I wasn't really expecting to see March of the Multitude at this tier. Let me think now. Sleep and buy a turn. How much would he swing for? 10, 11, 12. I would not die. I could remove a few tokens. He has no card in hand, so he doesn't have a lord to buff them all. It's tempting to summon the Deep Root Elite. It gives me the option for the boon. Let's summon the Elite, I guess. It's only a land, okay. I still have a few turns in me. Let's see what he decides to do. Okay, fine. Yes, let's resolve all of that. Oh, disgusting. Alright. We're gonna block this guy. We're gonna block this guy. We're gonna block this guy. Use the boon, target a creature. And target a merfolk. Let's see, we go down to 10. That is not terrible. He doesn't have a hand anymore, and I do. I would so have preferred if that was a land. What do? I don't die the next turn. Let's summon the Oracle as a blocker. Let's boost. Who do we boost? Let's make sure the Elite is fine. Let's summon the Bearer as well. We are gonna put this on the Oracle. And I'm gonna buff the Bearer. Alright, I do not die on this turn unless there's like a Lord in his hand. Just a Mentor, that's fine. Now he is gonna attack me with something at... Or, let me think. I would attack if I was him probably, because if he doesn't, I can just tap and give +1/+1 to all merfolks. He doesn't. That means I can actually... Huh? Oh, there we go. Oops. I was double clicking. I'm so surprised he actually did that. Alright. Poking down his board. Swing for not lethal. But quite a lot of damage. Alright, here comes the Oracle. Do your little thing. I believe we won this game. Oh, he's holding a card. Is that what I think it is? Is that a Settle the Wreckage? I really don't want to check it. Right, first Ranger. I'm gonna make you a 4/4. Does it matter? It might. Let's summon the Weaver. I just need to play around in case he actually does have a Settle the Wreckage in his hand. Because that would be a tragic end to my slightly okayish play. Alright, let's send in the Jade. Do you have a Settle the Wreckage? No, a Root Snare, okay. That didn't make any sense. Alright. Now the game should be over. That looks very desperate. Let's see, what do I need to block? Well, pretty much everything. Let's see, lifelink everywhere. We're gonna block you, You get rid of the lifelinks. I hate trying to assign blockers in this system. Blocking 5, take 8. Yeah, that sounds right. And give all merfolks +5. Oh wait. Oh, that's what I screwed up last time. It already had assigned the markers. There we go. Alright, that was actually quite interesting. I actually have to think for a moment there.